All right, this is a project I've been working on with Andrew's Projectile Factory, and just showing the results here. The It is supposed to be a Bezzier curve where it will snap to objects within it. So you can see when it fires, it throws out a sphere cast and will hit the closest object or return the closest object and snap to it. And yep, there we go. That's it, using it right there. I did add a couple new features for the oscillation, um, which is, you can see right here, if I don't oscillate it, then it's just a straight Bezier curve, right? And then one thing that I do have to use is it does detect whether or not the collision point and the point where it is firing from are in alignment. If they are, then it doesn't do a Bezier curve. It just does a straight renderer. Well, basically, it just doesn't adjust the points on the curve so that you get a straight line. That way, it'll appear to only snap to something when it gets close to the collision point. Otherwise, it's just the straight beam. The oscillation, though, you can see here, you can set the amplitude for the oscillation. And the segments, oh, well, with the segments, is just how many segments are in the line. We can set, oh, we got to turn the oscillation back on. There you go. So there we go. Now you can see the oscillation when the amplitude's like affecting it. It's just adjusting by the a random right or left based on a frequency. So the more frequent you make it, the faster it'll try to adjust it. Um, oh, I should say actually the longer. That's how many seconds it takes between each adjustment. So the closer to zero, the closer to the true frames per second that you're getting. See, zero. So that's as fast as my machine can adjust those, right? So for it to look good, you really want it to be probably around, 0.03 or 0.02, somewhere in there. 0.02 frequency, an amplitude of like 0.02, I find looks, well, 0.02 or 0.03 even. 0.2. There you go, 0.2. 0.2 looks good. So right there. So you can see it snaps. It has a nice little oscillation to give it that energy feel. Um, and you can adjust it how you need it to. You can also influence where along the curve, or where along the line it's adjusting the curve at. And you can also adjust how far out you really want it, and then give it the number of segments that you want in order to make that curve look smooth. So 13, or maybe 25, right? It just depends on what your average length is going to be and how far out you want it to arc, which this looks ridiculous. So, right. And if you take it down to zero, then it's just a straight line pretty much. So right there, segments only need to be about 10, seems to look pretty good. So anyways, that's what I was working on. I think it looks pretty cool. And get this neat little effect. Ooh, ooh. All right.